In the heart of a decaying town stood an old, abandoned theater. Once grand, it was now a decaying relic. Its facade cracked and its windows boarded up. Locals whispered that the theater had been cursed, ever since the tragic fire that consumed it decades ago, killing dozens of patrons during a midnight showing. No one had dared enter since, except for one foolhardy soul, Emma. Emma had always been drawn to the unknown, to places others feared to tread. On a chilly autumn evening, she stood before the theater's rusted doors, heart pounding with anticipation. Her curiosity had been piqued by stories of strange noises and flickering lights that came from within. With a deep breath, she pushed open the heavy door and stepped into the darkness. The air inside was thick, musty with the scent of mold and decay. Her flashlight beam bounced off the cracked walls, illuminating faded posters from forgotten shows. She heard nothing at first, only the distant sound of her own breath. But then a low, muffled rustling. Emma paused, straining to listen. The sound grew louder, almost as if something or someone was moving in the darkness. Her pulse quickened, but she pressed on, determined to uncover the truth. As she walked down the hallway, the rustling stopped, replaced by a faint whisper, like a distant murmur from a long-dead crowd. She froze, her heart racing. The whisper grew louder, closer, until it was as if it were right beside her ear. Turn back, turn back. Emma spun around, but the hallway was empty. The only sound the rapid beat of her own heart. Her mind screamed at her to leave, but her feet betrayed her, moving forward on their own. She entered the main theater, the stage dark and empty. The seats were still intact, though covered in dust, and the air felt suffocating. Then, as if on cue, the screen flickered to life. Images danced across the screen, flickering glimpses of faces she didn't recognize. Faces twisted in agony, their mouths open in silent screams. The projector sputtered, and then a single word appeared on the screen in blood-red letters: watch. Suddenly, the lights in the theater blazed to life, blinding Emma for a moment. When her vision cleared, she saw them rows of ghostly figures sitting in the seats, staring at her with hollow eyes. Their faces were contorted in pain, as if they had been waiting for her. One figure stood, its body jerking unnaturally. It spoke in a voice that echoed in her mind. Now you'll join us. Emma turned to run,